Hello guys, welcome back to Wash's YouTube channel. Okay, today we are having a topic, and the topic today is about if our parents can teach the kids about sex education. Is it possible that parents need to teach their children about sex education earlier than expected? Because parents today normally wait for schools, or they normally eye for school to teach their children about sex education. Okay, do you think it's appropriate?
It is appropriate and it is necessary for sex education to be first taught at home, since the children or the kids spend much of their time at home with their parents before they even go to school, and after school they normally come back to their parents. So if we just leave the sex education to be taught at schools, sometimes it could be the children, they do much respect their parents more than they do to their teachers. Sometimes you can just assume you are teachers, but when the thing is from your parents, there is that urge of respect, and you will understand your parents much better than you do to your teachers.
And you have to know that not all children respect their parents. But then nowadays, when I do mingle with kids outside here, you tell a kid something, or you correct the kid on what she or he has wrote during homework, or whatever she's given for homework. Then she's like, no, the teacher wrote it like that, so you can't correct. Or even if you are trying to teach the kid how to do something in an appropriate way, the kid is like, no, I was not taught this by the teacher. So I also, for me, I think most kids, or some of the kids, do respect whatever the teacher teaches them more than their parents. Yeah. And to that, okay, sex education, for me, I think it will be appropriate if parents do teach their kids before they go to school. Like, okay, personally, my mom is such a different person. She will not tell you that this is wrong, this is right, but she'll be like, you are not taught this in school. So she normally thinks that in school you are taught everything, and that's the teacher's duty to do, because she's paying the school fee. Yeah, she's paying the school fee, and she expects that the kid will know most of the things, of which, when you wrong her at home, she'll be like, you were not taught this in school. Even, let's say, even for example, uh, cooking, just cooking. Okay, in our days, you are not taught home science in primary school. So when you do something wrong while cooking, she'll be like, "You're not taught this in school." She expects that you should have been taught, and that brings a lot of conflict at home, because parents don't have time for their kids and tell them one, two, three, and then they expect their kids to be better off than they expected them to be.
I want to be inappropriate to a mom, but to be honest, most of the things that basically some of the parents think they should be taught at school, education, the, the early childhood education should begin at your homestead, because even cooking, you need to learn that from your mom, because in the school you're you are just going there for the white collar jobs. You are going there to be taught on the white collar jobs, and not just like cooking, not unless you are I want to major in catering. And on the sex education, I would say this, because the most of the time the children spend at home is much more important than how they spend in school, because in school there is a curriculum, and the teachers basically they they normally follow the curriculum. If you can't expect a kid to be taught about sex education before she is at class 6, or even on the new curriculum. I can't understand it much better, but I think with it being started at home, because the kids, they normally think. each and everything that they do is just correct, and they enjoy it. So when you teach when you teach your kid, when you teach your kid like what you have been doing, it's not quite good for you and for your future. You need to tell the kids in a parental manner, not like that of a teacher who sometimes when the kid just misbehaves, she or he will be punished. And in that scenario, you get that your kid will will end up hating the teacher rather than rather than respecting him. So at home, when the parent tries to talk to her or his kid in a good manner, in a parental manner, the kid will try to understand. Yes, my father told me that about sex education. Yeah, it is not good, or it is good to have a boyfriend. It is good to have a girlfriend. But what is the essence of having a girlfriend? The parent needs to tell his or her kid on that manner, on that matter, so the kids they will they will be able to understand their parents, because in each and everything the kids they love their parents. So even if they don't respect their parents, but because of their love to their parents, they will listen to them.
And then another thing is that parents should know that in school, not everything is being taught. But they are not taught how to, on when to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and what is expected of them. Because kids normally, okay, when if even when they sit at home with their parents watching a television, they'll see some nasty things of which a parent cannot tell the kid to go away at that particular time because they were just seated watching and they never expected something of that sort to happen. And in that, with that, the parent will just assume and think that this is just a kid and the kid doesn't know anything, of which parents are normally wrong at that point, because kids, whatever they see, rings in their mind and they want to try. And if they try, you'll end up seeing your child messing around with his or her life, not knowing that whatever the thing that was cultivated in the kid has come to grow. And with that, parents should always take note of whatever they're doing with their kids when they are around, because kids are those people who don't forget things earlier. Okay, they do remember, by the way, they do remember. And so if you watch such things with the kid, don't assume that he's just a kid, she's just a kid, she knows nothing about it. Okay, in this generation, I can tell you for free, kids are so spoiled and they know like everything. If you give even a kid a gadget, the kid will control that gadget compared to how you could do it some days back or some years back. And with that, they can go through a lot. And while using a gadget, also be cautious with whatever they're doing. Okay, if you want your kid to grow well, just teach them, have that parental talk with them, that friendly talk. Don't be harsh to your kids, just tell them this is wrong, this is good, and try to acknowledge them when they do something which is good. Yeah, you have to acknowledge, because at times a kid will do something and she's like, no, my mom didn't tell me that I've done her proud, and such things. So you see your kid not trying to do much more to impress you or to grow herself, to develop herself in one way or the other. So my point is, if you sit down with your kid, just know how you will talk, and don't talk while you are harsh. Just be calm, just be friendly to them. Tell them this is how to be. Okay, like for me, I can't encourage any parent to let their kids have this relationship at a younger age. It's not good, by the way. They will end up being destroyed, and emotionally, maybe they'll think that is how life is, of which they are wrong. You see? So they have to grow at a certain age. Just tell them, okay, it's good, but not for you. It's good for these people who are at this age. And then the kid will always grow knowing that when he or she reaches a certain age, it's not wrong to have such a relationship. And if you have a good communication with your kid back at home, the kid will always see that even if other people are doing it outside there, then it's not right for him or her. Okay, then it will make the kid be patient to wait for that particular time.
I'm carrying with you because even if the parents allow their kids to just mingle and have this boy girlfriend relationship at a very early age, it it will end up spoiling the child, not only emotionally. If you are hurt emotionally, you can't even control your feelings anymore. You can't even think on what to do right. So I will say it will be better if they tell them all the pros and cons in this, teach their kids, because when you're told don't do something,
You wanna try?
you wanna try that thing and see why why is it that I'm being told I should not do this thing. So what I will urge our parents and even our future parents to be, will urge you, it is good to tell your kid, yes, I'm telling you not to do this because of this and this. It is not that I'm denying you the right, or I'm denying you the joy to do this thing, but try to elaborate to your kid. This is what I'm trying to mean. This is what I'm implying for you to understand. The question why is what our parents fail to tell us, and maybe you are dating someone, but they will your parents or even your elders, they will come onto you in a manner that they're telling you this is not the girl that you,
It's good for you.
yeah, this girl is not good for you, she's spoiled. And
So the guy is trying to say that for parents, they need to be open with their kids. Okay, when you tell a kid that this is wrong, tell the kid with the reason as to why you are saying that that is wrong, and it's inappropriate for the kid to do or to engage him or herself into. And then the other thing is, as our elders do caution us about having a relationship with certain girl, okay, like his home place, you'll find that the boy will still continue searching for the spouse, and when that happens, the kid, him or herself, okay, let's say himself, will end up in very bad relationships. The kid will end up being ruined and destroyed. If you want to caution your kid that having a relationship at this point is not good for you, tell the kid with a reason what will happen, the precautions, what the kid should have to know. Because there is no way you can tell a kid that having a relationship at this time is bad for you. Then you don't tell the kid why you're saying that. You have to mention them. Don't be afraid, just have that open relationship with the kid. Be like the best friend for the kid, and I'll tell you or I'll assure you that your relationship with your kid will be built and it will be awesome. The kid, even if he or she experiences something in life, let's say even going through hardship, the kid will just let you know. They are always open if you are open to them. And if you do that to them, they'll be happy, and your bond will always grow, and you'll just love the perfect kid you're raising. Yeah.
yes, and another thing to add on is that our parents need to be the first and the people who will be there to counsel this young generation on the relationship matters. You as our parents, you need to be our role models. You need to be our mentors, because when I when I try to get the advice from my youth, from my fellow youth, he will just mislead me according to our youth desires. But you as your parents, you are there, and you are supposed to be telling us this is the right way, and yes, and on the right path that you're taking, it's not that bad, but we want you to be doing this and this in your relationship, not this. Yeah, you need to tell us what is the right way forward. So our parents, you need to start with your kids as early as possible. So as they grow up, they'll be free and open to you, and they'll be loyal to you.
Parting shot is that parents should be the first people to educate their kids on whatever they think is right. Yeah, because you've gone through a lot and you are our elders, we are looking up to you, and for that we know that your advice will give us a big impact into our lives. So my suggestion is parents have that friendly conversation with your kids each and every time that you sit down and talk, and be the first people to educate them on their life matters, and you'll come to realize that your kids will grow to become the best people you want in this world. That is all.
Okay, thank you guys for your patience and time. And on this thing, we will ask you to share it with your parents, share it with you, with even the future parents.
Yeah.
Share it with each and every person that you think they need to hear this message.
Then the other thing is you can just comment down there, tell us what you feel about the content, and tell us what you want to hear next time if we upload the video. Kindly please comment, and I repeat, comment. Let us know whatever you want to hear next time. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye
guys.
bye.